All right, I got all my stuff going. I get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first annual Easthampton Media Halloween Video Festival. It's nice to be here, and tonight we're gonna see some local content. We're gonna have some laughs. We're gonna have some thrills and chills, and get all the things are gonna work out. All right. Now, before I get started with the videos, I have a short routine planned. I'm gonna tell you a couple of jokes here to loosen you up as a crowd. All right. A couple of Halloween jokes. This thing on. All right. So, did you hear the one about the skeleton who went to the bar? Says to the bartender, "I'll take a beer and a mop." I know that there's not a huge audience, or if they are, they're beyond the range of my hearing. So I brought this machine that can approximate the reaction that I think you probably would have had to that joke. All right. Skeleton walks into a bar, sees a ghost in the corner, says, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing here?" Ghost says, "I just came for the booze." He came for the booze. Oh, somebody behind me likes that joke. All right. Our bartender here tonight is a cannibal. I don't know if you know that. I asked him for 3 fingers of Jameson. I think I came up a little short. See? Doesn't like that one at all. All right. I think you're warmed up now. Thank you. First up tonight, I would like to play a music video with a spooky name. This is we're gonna play "Hungry Ghost, Who Da Funk It" right here on the Easthampton Media Halloween Video Festival. Screen share.
Feed my hungry ghosts when they get too close. Let me know when it's too late. Left unsatisfied, my small throat's gone dry. Fill me before it's too late. When they get too close, let me know when it's too late. Left unsatisfied, my small throat's gone dry. Fill me before it's too late. My ghost cries, no tears, can't find solid fears, only craves the world on his tongue. But can't fit inside. We wander, we crave what we miss. Come satisfy my emptiness.
It was a long
We wander,
day,
we
just sitting there
crave what
thinking
we
myself.
miss.
For a day, all night, all day.
Come satisfy my emptiness. Feed my hungry ghosts when they get too close. Let me know when it's too late. Left unsatisfied, my small throat's gone dry. Fill me before it's too late. hungry ghosts when they get too close. Let me know when it's too late. Left unsatisfied, my small throat's gone dry. Fill me before it's too late. Feed my hungry ghosts when they get too close. Let me know when it's too late. Left unsatisfied, my small throat's gone dry. Fill me before it's too late. Feed my hungry ghosts, my hungry ghosts. 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 Feed my hungry ghosts, my hungry ghosts.
All right, that was the music video for Hungry Ghost. And I have the director and editor of that music video here, Piper Preston. Piper, how are you doing?
Hey Brian, how are you?
Doing spooky.
Yeah, you look really good. I like all the stuff going on behind you. This is
Thanks.
like no swears, right?
I think
I just do that.
I'm never sure how to answer that question. It pains me to ever have to think that we would live in a less profane world than we would really want to.
Okay, good, because I was just all right. Thanks for having
You
me
don't have
on.
to beat yourself up over it, you know? Don't. It's gonna be all good. Thank you for sharing that video with us. It was awesome and really fun to watch. You have a really nice sense of both color and movement. You know, one thing that I've noticed in seeing things that you've made is that I like that there's often two different things going on in the same frame, like simultaneously, sort of forcing you to take in both at the same time. It's very kinetic.
I like doing that because when I watch something multiple times, it's nice when I see more things that are going on, or just to sort of like see how they complement each other. And I think like growing up watching weird stuff and like playing punk rock, I have a shorter attention span, so I do lots of quick edits. But that one, I think it's like 7 years old now. So it's even more jarring these days.
The color in some of the live stuff in that was that mostly like filters, or was it lighting, the stuff that's like really bright and blue, and even though it's obviously in the dark, it looks real shimmery and vivid?
Well, there was a blue light on them, but I pumped up the contrast and, you know, put a couple different filters on it just to make it like really like rich and just more dynamic, I suppose. But that was at their last show, probably like 6 or 7 years ago. I can't remember, but it was in Amherst outdoors. So it's nice to go out and like try and like get some live footage. And if they play the song you need when you're doing a video, it's cool. And if not, you just have a lot of good B-roll.
I like that food fight a lot. It reminded me of the Steven Spielberg movie Hook, when they go to the island of Lost Boys and they all have like a multicolored food fight. Who's that older gentleman? He's a star.
That was my friend Larry. Larry was a huge part of the music scene, like going back to the 70s at like Rawhars and then like Sheehan's and such in Northampton, who's like big part of the punk rock, indie rock community. Sadly, Larry passed a couple of years ago, but I worked with him on lots of videos. At that point, Larry was kind of like losing his vision too. So we were trying to find like lots of parts that didn't require too much movement in dark spaces, because I was just kind of worried. Like generally at shows too, you would go there, you'd be in the front and you'd dance in, and it was like awesome, but I was also kind of concerned about like him, like, you know, catching a foot or an elbow or something. But any part that I had where it was like I need some big energy or lots of dancing, like Larry was like usually the guy.
He shines off the screen.
Yeah, no, he's a star for sure.
Is this the only time that you worked with this band, or have you worked with them additional times?
I've worked with different bands that the members have been in. I just shot Carini the other night, which is two of the members from Who to Funk. I like the rhythm section. I've worked with Deja doing stuff for Molded Visa, and actually I was speaking with Bess earlier. I was trying to get her on here, but like I don't think she could make it. So this is the only music video I shot with them, but I think it kind of like a lot of projects grew out of it.
Cool. Well, it's the night before Halloween, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but there seems to be a witch in your camera angle.
Yeah. This is my partner Monk, and it's their birthday, and they've been helping on lots of video projects lately, so I convinced them to come and be on screen with me.
Happy birthday, Monk.
Thank you, Ryan. I liked your jokes at the beginning.
Thank you. Trying to keep it real, you know. It's hard enough. So if people want to check out some more videos, some more of your work, where's the best place for them to be able to grab a hold of it?
You can find a lot of different playlists on my YouTube channel, which is search Piper Preston or Piper W. Preston. And apart from that, I have a Facebook page and an Instagram. So between the three of them, you should find anything you're looking for, if that's what you're going for.
Well, thank you very much for being with us, and a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for having us. Have a great night.
Thanks. You too. All right. Now, if you live around Easthampton, you might be aware that generally there is a Halloween parade that happens in Easthampton every year. Well, unfortunately, because of the dreaded COVID-19 virus, Easthampton, like so many other places, has been forced to cancel their beloved traditional parade. But this is where Easthampton Media has the solution, a little medicine for what ails you, not for COVID-19, but for not being able to go outside, because some of our citizens have helped compile a video version of the beloved Rag Shag Parade, which we will show you now from the comfort of our home. All right, let's rag shag it up, you guys. Are you guys? Let's rag shag it up. All right. Well, that was great. I hope that any of you that were missing the Rag Shag parade felt like you were there. I'd like to thank anybody that sent in those videos, those pictures. I think people really, really enjoyed it. Real crazy time. There's a ghost behind me, and I'm not sure who it is the ghost of. It looks like it perhaps, oh, is she calling to me? She's got that come hither stare, but she's a ghost, so I'm not going to go hither. See, I've learned my lessons about hanging out in the graveyard. You know, people want you to go with them, but all they offer is trouble. They're gonna eat your pumpkin and smash your candy. It is terrible. So let's get going. Our next video comes to us courtesy of Chris Almedia. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And we all know about the tooth fairy, right? When you're little, your parents say when you lose a tooth, then you put that tooth under your pillow and you get some money. When my son was little, he tried to negotiate with the tooth fairy for more money. He left a bag of toys that he wasn't using anymore in order to try to entice the tooth fairy. And he'll deny it up and down, but I have the proof. I have the video proof. So with that, I would like to present a haunting tale called The Adult Tooth Fairy.
What the fuck? Dude, there's somebody in the house right now.
Shit, really?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Okay, 1 second, I just gotta find something.
What are you doing?
I fell the other day and I knocked my tooth out.
Voice down.
And just for fun, I put it under my pillow and it's not here anymore.
You fucking insane, dude?
Huh?
Dude, that's the adult tooth fairy, okay? You're not supposed to fuck around with that, all right? There's the kid tooth fairy, which is all good, and the adult one, the guy's kind of off. You know, I saw a YouTube video where he ate a guy's face off.
You saw that?
Yeah, it was in international waters, so they couldn't prosecute him, but yeah, I saw it.
All right, dude, whatever. Just gonna stop fucking around.
That's who's in the house. That's who's in the house. You really fucked us, man.
Holy shit, dude, it's real.
Yeah, what do you think? Why would I make this up? I mean, it's pretty obscure to just make something like this up. This is for real. We're in trouble. Okay.
What do we do?
I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna offer him some money out of my wallet. I don't know.
All right, man. Just be safe. Play it safe. Don't be a hero.
You really fucked us.
Are you gonna go? You going?
I'm ready.
You said you were ready. What's going on, man?
All right. Hey, bro, you got change for a 20? Ah! No, not my face! No! He's eating my face!
Oh my God, that was grisly, right? I think that it is terrifying whenever we think about losing teeth because I've never met anybody that's never had that dream where all their teeth fall out, and I've been told that it represents powerlessness. I just want to check before I move on. Do we have anybody that made that video here? You can raise your hand. I don't think so, but it was scary because of the two. Also, I would like to retroactively warn our viewers that video might have had some strong language. Answering Piper's earlier question about whether or not we can have strong language, that video answered the question for all of us. So thank you, Chris. Really appreciate it. Now, if you'll excuse me, just gonna auto harp here for a minute because it's one of the scariest and most melancholy instruments. Oh, but there was a little. I don't know for sure, but I think these are all minor chords. The most death-defying and blood-curdling chords of all. This next terrible tale involves something we all take a little too much for granted sometimes, our very identities. This tale is called The Aberrant. I'm going to be doing Tales from the Crypt intros all night as best I can. The Aberrant.
I'm sorry, I didn't have enough time to pick up these blankets before you got here. Such a mess. How's my hair? Mind telling us who you are? My name's Marcus, and I'm here to tell a scary but true story. What happened? Yeah, well, it happened last month. I was watering some flowers I planted over the summer. I hear a strange noise. Not a thud, not footsteps. It was a sound I've never heard before. It sounded like it was coming from every direction in the sky, like a 360 audio speaker in a small living room. It was very loud. I saw the garage door open by itself. I have a button inside of my house that opens it, but I certainly didn't hit it. I peek inside of my house to see the button is in the same place I left it, so I knew no one touched it. Also, no one else was with me. I headed toward the garage and peeked around the car, and you know, because I didn't know if someone got in the garage or if they had a weapon, or I was just playing safe. I start to slowly walk toward the open door, and I hide behind the wall. I peek my head in, and I see something. It was dressed in all black, and it had its back faced towards me. And then it turns around with its head held down. I quickly got back behind the wall, but it was too late, and it saw me. I was almost positive I was gonna die that day. I peek around the corner again, and I see it rise its head up. It looked exactly like me. We stood there face to face, just staring. It took a step forward, and then another step. I was in too much shock to run. All I could do was stare and shake in place. It reached its arm out, touched my shoulder, and I finally snapped back into reality. How did you manage to get away? I don't quite remember. All I know is that I made it out unharmed and safe. Thank you for sharing your story with us. No problem. No problem at all. Never hurts to get the truth out. And we're gonna make sure it stays that way. Alright, you have a nice day. Thanks for the t-shirt.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna tell you what I like about that. I'm gonna tell you what I like about all of them so far. Is that I like that people are using music and that everybody is doing a little twist ending. That's what you want. You want a little somebody to look behind you and say like, nope, it wasn't what you thought. It was something different. I love it. I love a little twist. I didn't take roll call before everybody got here, so I'm going to ask: is Jaden here, the creator of that video? If not, I can answer some questions as him, not knowing what any of those answers would be. But I'll give him a chance first in case he's really here. Okay. So I'm going to talk about that tracksuit. Now, I'm not exactly sure. I liked it because it was mistaken identity. There's a double. We don't know which one's real, which one's fake. Is one of them evil? Is it from another dimension? Was he made in a lab? There's a lot of unanswered questions, and that's what I love. That's what I look at this skull behind me. He's a scary customer, isn't he? I enjoyed that. Auto harp is the scariest instrument. Second scariest instrument, it's the banjo. Terrifying. I have so much stuff all around me so that nobody gets bored. Don't worry, I have food. I got cans of beans. I got big whole spigots of water. I got enough oil to run your furnaces for 6 months. So we're gonna be okay. I know that times have been tough, but I got this shot glass with a finger in it. It's gonna be okay. We're partying. It's Halloween. This next video is a self-described visual poem by an artist named LD Green. I watched it, I liked it, and I'm excited to share it with you now. A rub-a-dub-dub. Is that how I should launch things, by saying rub-a-dub-dub?
Some love light, streams, ray, waves, colors the nay, does opposite what dark may say. Dark they stray into the gloom, dark who not walk they sway, filling doom rooms, carting distraught runes that blacken sun to dullen ways. Love, light, say, dark peg legs to stay upright amongst the monks who live without sun, love, light. Some love light, streams ray way, colors the nay, does opposite what dark may say. Dark they stray into the gloom, dark who not walk they sway, filling doom rooms, carting distraught runes that blacken sun to dullen ways. Love, light, say, dark peg legs to stay upright amongst the monks who live without sun, love, light.
LD Green, everybody. Some love light. Some do. Some don't so much. If you're a vampire, You don't love light so much. If you have intermittent porphyria, which I have learned from the TV show House is a disease that makes people think that they are a vampire. You also don't like the light, except that's more psychosomatic. So, but I didn't say the light hurts you. I just said you didn't like it. Come on, give me a break. It's Friday. All right, our next video is called The Haunted. And that's how I know it's spooky, because it's called The Haunted. Please wait with bated breath as I bait your breath. I really thought I had something there. The Haunted.
What?
Sunday dinner. We gotta go. If I'm late, my mom's just literally gonna impale me.
Why don't you just take the shortcut through the woods?
Nah, man, that's like bad energy. You know how she is.
And how old are you?
It's just not worth it.
Whatever, you guys are both crazy.
I gotta get rid of all this evidence.
I've already cut the lasagna.
See? I'm not late.
Oh, that guy seemed like a real pain in the neck. He was a vampire. All right. Is Erica here? I know that there are some people here, and some of you must have made these wonderful videos that I'm enjoying. Plus, I'm sorry that I said it was The Haunted. It's The Hunted. I have dyslexia. But Haunted is also spooky, but it was hunted. He's being hunted. He's a vampire being hunted, and it was beautiful. our next video is about a camera that takes more than your picture. Please enjoy Spy Shot.
So I found this camera, you know, right by this gas station in a bush. I snapped a picture with it. This is my picture right there.
Yeah.
And SD card was obviously full, so I decided, like, let's look through this thing. But I don't know. Here's let me just show you what is on here. I mean, it seemed a little weird at first. You know, it's just the angles, the way the pictures were taken. They just were a little bit too random in some ways. But they progressively got worse. I don't know, something about it just feels really wrong. You know, like, I just get a weird wrong feeling when I look at these. And then there was this one right here, and like, I don't know. It could be staged, but it couldn't be, and even if it is staged, it's still weird because, I mean, I don't know, this seems like it's the camera of like a stalker or a peeping Tom or a pervert or something, you know, like, I don't know.
I mean, we've got to find out who this is.
Yeah, I just wonder if there's any reports for the local area of, it's kind of weird putting it this way, but peeping Tom, you know, pervert kind of type of the camera especially.
Local reports of a stalker or something like that?
Missing camera by the gas station downtown.
Just anything you got for me would be great. Well, that was a dead end.
Yeah, tell me about it. That really didn't bring us very far at all.
He went that way. I swear I saw him. He had the camera. He was taking pictures of us.
It's right here. You probably just had a nightmare from like everything we saw.
What about the SD card?
Oh my gosh.
See you soon.
Yes, Spy Shot. And I believe tonight we have with us one of the creators of Spy Shot, Malachi Abbott. Malachi, how's it going?
Hello, how are you?
How are you doing?
Doing all right. And we got Matthew here as well somewhere.
Hey, Matthew. So tell me a little bit about what inspired this. You guys look like you've done this before.
Yes, we have done this kind of thing a few times before. There wasn't really, we were kind of pressed to find a good idea, not gonna lie, and we're like, oh my goodness, we don't have any good ideas. And then Matthew and James kind of, James is the guy who shot our video for us. They had an idea about something with the camera, and I was like, that might be kind of cool. So I wrote something up, and then, yeah, we all just kind of came together and pulled it off. So that was cool.
What genre do you guys usually work in? Is it more of a horror leaning, or is it something else?
Yeah, I'd say maybe, I don't know, thriller kind of thing. We tend to do better with that. Yeah, horror adjacent, but whenever we try to go for a full-fledged horror movie, it usually doesn't end up actually being that scary. So I think we tend to lean more into the thriller kind of domain, I would say. I don't know about Matthew.
Yeah, we've done more horror films, but usually the better ones are ones that are not focused on horror.
It's more like an element of what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed in the credits, Malachi, that it said you also scored this. Is this what? Can you tell me a little bit about how you went about doing that?
I plugged in my MIDI controller to my laptop and just played around with some stuff. I'm not much of a musician, but I enjoy using synth kind of sound waves and stuff and soundscapes. So I've done those kinds of soundtracks before, and it was pretty easy for this one. I just find the creepiest looking kind of, or creepiest sounding kind of keyboard. I'm like, this should work well for whatever we're working on.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have any plans for another upcoming project, or was this the latest one?
We just did one for the Greenfield competition, which did pretty well there. It was called The Confession. But right now, we haven't planned anything else yet. But I think both of us are always down to work on something. And Matthew usually has a couple good ideas and then tells me, and I'm like, yes, let's do that. So something will definitely be happening again soon.
We have a few scripts, but most of those were made before COVID and involved a bit more people. So those ones will be harder to do. I need to rewrite some of them, but
yeah.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel where people can check out your stuff?
We do, yes. We have one called Your Feature Presentation. It has a lot of our old stuff on it from when we were pretty young. So warning there. But yeah, we usually put our stuff on there. I have my own private one that I put videos on, but if you wanted to watch this one again, then it would be on Your Feature Presentation. And yeah, it has a fair amount of our other stuff on it. It will have our other movie from Greenfield this past year, and then 2019's Greenfield movie as well. So yeah.
Cool. So it's the night before Halloween. You guys have any good movies on your playlist this week or last week?
Matthew, do you have any?
Not really.
I tend to go with like the usual ones, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That one's always fun. I might watch Beetlejuice sometime tonight. Just stuff that kind of, I think, gets you in the good spirit for it. So yeah.
Classics, all classics. Thank you guys so much for participating in the video festival. Thanks for being here with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll be seeing more from you in the future. Cool. All right. Well, next, I made a video that I'm going to show Did I not write an introduction for my own video? Anyway, this is a parody of the 80s classic Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. But it's serial with a C. That's my whole concept. Here it is. I had all day to work on these introductions.
Hi, I'm Henry. What's your favorite kind of cereal? I like the really sweet, sugar-coated kind in a bright, colorful box with some smiling cartoon characters staring at me, reassuring me that things are gonna be all right. When I was a boy, my mom wasn't home very much, so I had to make a lot of my own meals. I wasn't allowed to use the stove, so 90% of my meals were bowls of cereal. Boxes of cereal used to have prizes inside. Not anymore. Now, they're empty. Just like people. They're colorful and sweet, but really, they're just full of sugary cardboard garbage. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Would you? Are still seeking information about the whereabouts of a 26-year-old woman last seen jogging near Route 9 late Saturday night. Any information should be sent directly to the police. They're gonna catch you, Henry. They're gonna catch you and they're gonna see what you've done. And you're almost out of cereal.
Thank you. I have nothing further to say about that. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here tonight. It was a pleasure to join you and to be joined by you for Easthampton's first, but hopefully not last, annual Halloween video festival. I would like to thank...
Any questions about your video?
You absolutely can. I hadn't planned on it, but you know, I'm always here to talk more.
What were you gonna ask?
What were you gonna ask?
Well, I want to know, like, first off, when did you shoot that?
Over the first week in October.
Oh.
It's like really good.
Yeah, it's so
and is it the first horror short you made, or is this kind of like something you've been doing and I have no idea about.
I had thought about it a lot. I used to make movies with my friends, when I was in middle school, but I didn't know anything about editing or having a script. So it would just like play and shoot. So I would say this is the first one of this type, but I watch a lot of movies. So these tropes are sort of burned into your brain as far as the like dropping to black and the loud noises and stuff to sort of put you on edge.
And like what, because I feel like we've talked a lot online just in threads about like movies and stuff like that before, but like what are your like go-to horror films that like you pretty much see like every year, every other year?
Well, I tried to get as many in as I could this month. So for the month of October, I'm logging in 63 movies so far. And I'm pretty proud of it because probably Nightmare on Elm Street, definitely 1, 3, and 5 and 6. And I'm a big proponent of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That aside from being a great movie, probably has the best title in film history.
Do you also like House of a Thousand Corpses, or am I making that up?
I'm pretty into it, yeah.
Okay.
And I had this costume last year, and I really didn't get to do anything with it. I'm too old to trick or treat, and so I just wandered the streets handing out candy to strangers and small dogs. So.
Who was it? Was it you, Jason, and Cheyenne who were in the movie?
It's Cheyenne is my victim, and then other than that, it's all me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that one thing, I had a bunch of different tripods and mounts, which was really helpful for this. A lot of the things I shot totally by myself with like a suction cup mount attached to the inside of my car or to one of the windows.
I really like the shot where you're opening the crazy elevator.
That's just my phone on the ground.
Oh, that's a good shot.
That's crazy. It looks really good.
Thanks. Well,
thanks again for having us. Yeah, we've been like just watching tons of horror movies the past couple of weeks. Like Monk was like really seeing how far they could like push that factor of like freaking themselves out like right before bed, and they've been like waking up screaming and stuff. Which is totally true.
I've also had to make Pepper go to the bathroom with me, and it's like right there. We don't have a big apartment. We're like, Pepper, come on.
What are some of the movies that have been? Because some horror movies are made to be fun, and some are made to be like truly frightening. And what are some scary ones that you've seen?
Well, the Shining, it's like about 2.5 hours, give or take, and Monk like shies away from like they'll commit once they're in, but any like longer title. So they were just lying, and they're like, "Yeah, I saw it," and then I was like, "Oh, okay," and then I said something about like the hotel, and like, "Is any of it at a hotel?" And I was like, "Okay, well, we're definitely gonna watch that," and it was like kind of led us right into finally seeing Dr. Sleep, which was like
that was really good.
Pretty good. It wasn't like Kubrick level, but after that we kind of went on like a haunted house like kick and did The Frighteners last week, which is like
that was really good.
Such an overlooked film, and the director's cut is like even weirder.
I only have The Frighteners on VHS still. It's one of those ones that hasn't quite, I haven't rebought it on DVD yet. Such a great movie, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else have we seen? We've seen other horror movies.
Yeah, just a bunch. Yeah.
I heard that for Dr. Sleep, they reconstructed all the Kubrick sets, like from blueprints that had been in storage for a long time. Could you tell? Did it look the same as in The Shining at least?
Yeah, it definitely did. And seeing them back to back was really good because a lot of the stuff, like the subtleties and nuances, I think I would have overlooked. But to have been just watching that, I thought at 2 or 3 different points they're using archival footage, and it was just like really well done in terms of recreating it. The only thing that I thought like messed with like the world was kind of not having Wendy Carlos do the score, and it was a bit more of like a modern sort of horror score, you know, just like kind of like more cliche, less like synth driven.
I don't even know anything about score, but I was watching this guy chatting. I'm like, who does the score for this? This is amazing.
Then they looked it up and they emailed Wendy Carlos like right then and were just like, hey, thank you for scoring The Shining. It was really good. So
Be
that
my
was, like,
friend. Be my friend.
yeah,
She's like 80 or 70.
I don't know. But thanks for having us on. This
Yeah,
was a lot of fun.
I appreciate you guys coming and spending Friday night hanging out and watching videos with me. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you to all my guests and to everybody that has tuned in across the world. Hopefully this will be the first of many. You'll be here with your grandchildren saying, I was at the very first one of those Easthampton media Halloween video festivals. And now we're at the 80th one with our great grandchildren, and it's the future. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.